Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tabletop. My name is Bob. I'll be your dungeon master for tonight's episode of Vecna, Eve of Ruin. And we've got Michelle, Randall, Estelle, and CJ back to reprise the roles of their famed characters from the channel. Obviously, last week was a doozy. We entered into the Tomb of Wayward Souls. So excited to see what other traps and puzzles are awaiting you. For the rest of you out there watching YouTube channel people, we'll just give you a couple updates before we jump in. We're starting a little late here. It's 9 o'clock in the East Coast, so we're going to jump right into the game. Even though CJ loves the thing that I invented, the icebreaker question, we're not going to do that today. Is that all right, CJ?
I mean, it is One Shot Wednesday, so
we haven't done a One Shot Wednesday in a long time. Might have to
so
get
it
back
is
to
a
that.
thing.
Might have to get back to that. Did I think of that, or did you?
It is me.
That was you? One Shot Wednesday?
One Shot Wednesdays.
I don't know. Maybe it was me. I don't know. But I do have an update, and Michelle is here with us as well, Curse of Strahd representative. The announcement I have is next week we are actually not playing Curse of Strahd. Some scheduling conflicts. I'm actually going to be away, so we're not going to be playing. However, Vecna, Eve of Ruin, will not be stopped. I will be ready to play next week on Thursday. So Curse of Strahd taking 1 week off, but we are in our finale stretch, as I've mentioned. We're going into the finale of Season 2. Don't worry, CJ. The whole campaign is not over yet. Just Season 2. Yeah. Yeah, I know
We thought
worried.
it might be last week, but no, we're still going at it.
No TPKs in Barovia?
Very close.
Very.
Very. In fact, I think, Michelle, your character was the only one standing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I had to become a giant dwarf and sling everyone onto my shoulders and trundle them out of the room. And that's how we resolved that scenario.
Giant dwarf.
Yes.
Feels like an oxymoron, but I feel like you can get there.
Yep.
Yeah, the major
Jumbo ship.
difference is just the height to width ratio, right? So
He's stretched out.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking a giant dwarf is like 6 feet tall, but also 6 feet in diameter. So
That's a mighty spherical boy.
indeed.
Actually, Dione, she is rather spherical. That was kind of your idea. Yeah. She's a Dwergar.
Yes.
So. It's interesting, and that will be taking 1 week off. We'll be coming back in another week after that. We'll have, like I said, a little updates as we go, as we get closer, when the finale exactly will be. But episode 16 of Season 2 will be in 2 weeks. So keep that in mind. I'll post about it on social media. You can also keep up to date on what's going on here on the channel through social media, especially Discord. That's probably where I post first when I have a schedule change. So check Discord. The links for Discord, Facebook, Instagram, all the good stuff are in the description. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, do all the good YouTube things, and we're going to get started. Last time we played, we actually had an interesting start because you met a new character. Estelle is playing Agatha, who is the witch from our Shadowdark campaign. So I know I said we're not going to do an icebreaker question, but Estelle, since you came in last episode, I just have a question for you. How does it feel playing a Shadowdark character in D&D?
I haven't had to deal with too many like spell casting components yet, so I can't quite solidly answer the question, but I feel like it's going to be very confusing, and I'm either going to be very underpowered or overpowered, and I don't think there's a lot in between.
Yeah.
So
one of the things we said.
Yeah,
one of the things we said last time was that we're going to, anytime Estelle does something, we're going to try to use the Shadowdark rules. Anytime things happen to Estelle, we're going to use D&D rules. So, she takes damage and things like that. If she has forced to make a saving throw, we'll do whatever we can to try to get it close enough to the D&D rules. But Shadowdark spells are wonky sometimes, especially they don't require saving throws, a lot of them. So some of them might be just if she can cast her spell, it's going to work. So there's some interesting quirks with this, and we talked about it before she came on last stream. But like you said, we're just getting our feet wet here in the Tomb of Wayward Souls. So last time we met Agatha and her cat Pretty, and the legendary bandit Bandito, the half orc who's been burned alive nearly to death by Durlin's own hand, and Durlin's arch nemesis. Durlin, of course, decided to do exactly what Durlin does, and once we got into the cavern, go rogue, go on his own, and Agatha followed. Seems like chaos follows chaos. And then Kashar, who of course is the hero from Don't Say Vecna, Randall's character, and Bear decided to go to the east and find the wind tunnel room. And they nearly had some characters get killed there. Luckily, the NPCs positioned themselves around the other side of the statue. Lucky for them that the NPCs positioned themselves there, wouldn't you say? I think so. Very good on the NPCs.
I would say.
Yeah. All right, so that's where we're at. I think at this point, where we left off was Kashar and Bear and the NPCs like Lesa and our resident mage Marion. You guys went, and Bandito actually went east into that wind tunnel pit, or wind tunnel hall that blew that frost at you, and then gaseous form Agatha and gaseous form Derlin went under the floorboards of the keg room, and then eventually found themselves in what looks like a forest, and a treant is coming at you. So that's where we're gonna pick it up. Yep.
He did decide to start a fight.
Yeah. You did hear from some spirits, though, that there are some. They gave you some clues to help you later in the.
Yeah, they didn't write them down though. Which
no, but I will say them right now, actually, because I'm recapping for the viewers. So
okay, yeah. What did the spirits say?
The spirits told Derlin and Agatha that the next challenge is crushing. And that's, by the way, CJ, Crushing.
Great.
You got that? You good so far?
Yep.
Okay, good. We're going at this pace. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Move fast. The next one said, the master of the tomb longs to be free. Wouldn't you, if you were he? You good so far? Great. The next one was, steal not from the library. It holds trouble. And the last one said, illusions are we, born from a mix of wanderlust and corrupted magic. Many more can you find in this forgotten place. Oh, and one last, the jade serpents crave offerings. You got all that, right, CJ? Mm-hmm. Good. Excellent. I take your silence as yes.
Yeah, it's all in it's in the chat.
Illusions are we many more.
Many more.
Don't steal from library.
Jade serpents crave offerings. Illusions are we many more.
It was kind of like if you were watching someone who like swerved out of the way of something and then had to keep swerving and just kept going like faster and faster and faster.
We're just fishtailing.
Just watching it get worse and worse.
Yeah. It's great. We'll see if Derling has the memory that he once had. We'll see. All right, here we go. I'm going to start us with some music, and we're going to begin. CJ and Estelle, your characters, like I said, were just seen by a treant. He's angry, and he said that you're an intruder in his forest. What's your initial reaction? What do you do?
I said, no, we are not here to be intruders. Man, that was the wrong voice.
It was close. That's Runar, isn't it?
It was close.
Tree? Is CJ playing the tree this episode?
No, but it would be fun. No, I said, no, we are not intruders. We are here. We are mere, what's the word?
Observer? Oh God, I can't.
Wanderers who are lost.
Yeah,
he says.
That is we.
He seems enraged, and he doesn't seem to even register what you said to him. So he's going to charge at you. Let's roll initiative.
Oh boy.
We should probably leave. Oh God. Nat 1.
What is my dexterity? Okay. Oh no.
I'm gonna feel really bad lighting you on fire, tree. Oh God.
What'd you get?
I got a 2.
I got an 8.
Okay. Well, the creature does go first, so let's change this music to something a little more appropriate. Deadly. All right, so I'm going to switch over to a Roll20 screen so we can see it. Just remember that the image here is actually not really the same as what your characters see. This looks mostly like a... Whoops, wrong screen there. Roll20. That's what I want. Roll20. There it is. The screen looks more like what I would say is like a small, tiny outcropping of trees. However, you see a vast jungle before you. So, the tree comes at you, and he's going to attack with his large branches. Let's see. Yeah, he's going to toss a branch at you, Derlin. What's your armor class?
AC of... Ooh, is it? No, I have mage armor. I believe mage armor.
A little louder, I couldn't hear.
I'm just checking. Mage armor is up. I did cast it at some point, I think. Did I spend the spell scroll? 15.
15. You are hit.
Okay.
You're going to take the damage? No reactions or anything like that?
Let's see. I don't think I have a reaction for that. It's not a saving throw, yeah.
Okay, you get hit. You take 37 bludgeoning damage. Just making sure. It sounds like you are thinking of something. Is that?
Yeah, I'm just reading Arcane Deflection. But no, I'm going to take the damage.
Okay, a massive tree trunk. It's flung at you and smashes right over your body. Splinters of wood hit you. Now, your old, frail body at this point, is, even though you are an elder statesman, you actually, you're a hero. You're an adventurer. So this only makes you bend, not break. 37 damage, though.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. And he looks like he's searching for yet another log to toss your way. We'll jump to Agatha. I think you're next. Oh, no. Derlin is next. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to feel really bad about lighting all of this on fire, but only a little bit. Remember, you started this.
Yes.
And I will cast... Fireball. Yeah, why not? Let's cast a 4th level fireball on it.
Oh.
Yes, you started this. So 18 dex save from a tree.
Let's see what the tree can do. You never know, honestly.
It could be very limber.
A limber. A 16. Close,
Okay.
but not quite.
Close, but not quite. So, that's lame.
Well, you are lucky that the fire is the bane of his existence, and it doubles to 48 damage. But more importantly, you can see his leaves all just turn to ash. His body looks like, the bark has been turned to cinder. It's smoldering all over him, and he screams out in agony. And this seems to break whatever illusion has been created in this room. The room no longer looks like the forest before you. In fact, it's a small room that is no more than 20 or 30 feet wide. Both you and the tree were under the assumption that you were in this large jungle, and the tree is smoldering with all the heat and everything and crawls into the corner away from you. Leave me be.
He wishes to be left alone, no?
That's where the fireball was.
Yeah,
Damn.
exactly. The fireball was very close for comfort. Agatha would be next.
Shall we finish this creature off?
It seems like it's wanting to surrender now.
That is very true.
I leave it in your capable hands, dear Agatha.
Well, I always tell people to never leave a job half finished. So,
Relief of combat.
So he says to you, please. He says, take whatever you need. And you can see something, Agatha, now that he's kind of slumped over in this corner. You can see tangled within his roots is something that is not a tree root or wood. Actually, I shouldn't say that. It is wood, but it's not of his. It looks like a wand is kind of like wedged within his roots.
Well, if this is something to give us for an apology for throwing logs around, very well. And I'm gonna hobble over there and reach out a hand and just pull it out.
You pluck it, yes. And he is very scared of you for your display of fire, so he kind of like lets it happen. And you pull this item.
Ooh.
Now I don't know if you need that, Agatha.
I mean, it seems quite nice, and it goes with my outfit, no?
It does quite suit you.
Yes, it does, and I'm going to use the wand as a little hairpin.
Hairpin?
And just stick it into the big bun of hair she has.
Oh, I love it.
Isn't even gonna use it.
For those of you who can't see the screen right now, if you're listening to this, it is a Wand of the War Mage, +3. You can see it on the Roll20. The item itself looks like a twisted root. However, it's got a grouping of leaves and feathers tied together with some bones at the end. It does look fitting for something Agatha would wear in her hair, honestly, but it is yours now, Estelle, if you take it as his apology.
Yes, does it not look quite fetching upon me,
Mhm.
friend wizard?
I mean, it looks fantastic on you.
Aw,
However,
thank you. Now,
I
let's
was the
see
one who
if
cast
we
the
can
fireball.
find the others. I'm gonna just leave the room.
It was
Sure.
I who cast the
Yes,
fireball.
dear. Come now, we have to find the
I
rest
think
of our
there's a little bit-
grouping.
It seems there's
Pretty!
a bit further ahead.
Pretty! Where are you?
Agatha,
So-
why not we perhaps could explore further?
Pretty?
Agatha, you get out back into the mist room, and like I said, there are a lot of different exits from this room. There's from north, northeast, west, southwest, southeast, all these different places to go. Some of them look like they are darkened, like they're covered with a magical darkness. Others seem to be shining bright. These all seem to be maybe some sort of magical effect. However, there are 4 natural openings. And you hear a sound as you come here into the middle of the room. To the northeast, there is a trickling of water.
Pretty, is that you? I'm gonna go towards the water.
Mm.
Agatha, please come back here with.
Over here now. Young man, come now.
Suddenly, I feel like I have to use the restroom.
So, yeah, as you approach the northeast hallway, you can sense that there is the trickling of water getting louder, and you hear the echoing
Is it
as you
dark
move
in
through. Actually, it's lit, just like how the other room was lit. There are these green sort of like magical sconces that light up the areas. Actually, you wouldn't have known that because only the other crew kind of went into the tomb that way. But in most... Oh, no, you were in the keg room. The keg room had it too. The
Alright.
green magical sconces that light up the room light up this hallway.
This place is far too bright. It's hurting my eyes. Oops.
Yeah.
Come now, let us hurry.
So you
I
walk
know you-
in...
No. What makes you think the cat is this way? Because you did send the cat back the other way.
What? I don't recall that.
Very well.
So, Agatha, real quick, you see something in the center of the room here, a strange altar. A dark triangular altar is in the center of this chamber. Carved into each side of the altar is a niche containing a chest. One chest is plated with gold, another plated with silver, and the last one is plated with lead.
Mm-mm.
Though I don't know how you would
That's-
know that, I guess.
Really good eyesight.
That's box text for you. So you can see chests, but the water that you seem to be called to is still echoing further down this hallway.
Very strange. Let us not touch these strange materials. Something might shoot lightning at us.
I don't know. It seems like we should probably investigate. Chests
Would you like
usually
to,
contain gold.
Would you like to investigate, Drone?
I would like to investigate. There's explain it again. There's
So each side of the triangle altar is inset into it is a chest.
I mean, wouldn't you like to find some sort of other prizes down here?
No, this is quite true. I am rather curious.
There could be gold in one of these chests, or even lead.
You open them up first. If any poison gas comes out, I'll just leave.
Well, that's.
And Derlin, dear wizard, never pull a curtain.
Why would anyone do such a thing? Seems quite foolish to pull curtains.
Just, if you have to touch one, just do it all gently, like.
Very
So
well.
while the... Sorry, go ahead, CJ.
No.
What? Were you going to say
No.
something? No. Okay. While you two are deciding what to do in this chest room, this altar room, we'll jump to the other group. So the rest of you, I don't know that you would necessarily hear the fireball. There's a lot of things echoing down the halls at this moment, but you probably heard the screams of the tree ant, if anything. So we'll jump into your side of this right now. Okay.
Is
Alright, so
everyone
again-
all right?
Yep, go ahead. You can just you can talk. You were just pretty much hit with a big blast of cold.
Bandito, are you dead?
He's putting another toothpick in his mouth. You can see like frost covering his eyebrows, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll be all right."
Okay.
I guess that was the wrong gem.
I think it was the right gem. And I think that's the problem. The tomb doesn't want you to be correct. It wants you to be dead.
He says, "Well, then how do we get out of this place?"
Well, we have not inserted the gem that you took out.
That's true. He did take one out. The large diamond.
Bear, I believe you are the one who noticed it. Would you like to do the honors?
Sure. Thanks. You're pretty cool. And you're smart. You remind me of this really cool guy I know. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. His name is Dobby. But he's cool and smart like you.
In the very few hours that we have known each other, I've heard you mention him 13 times, yes. I do not know him outside of that context, though.
Okay, I'm going to have to work on spreading the word of Dobby more. 13 is not enough. Anyway.
I may have purposely avoided hearing some of the things you're saying because of it, but so you may have said it more.
Okay. Yes, moody and apathetic, just like Dobby.
I hate it when people are moody and apathetic. Here, take this diamond. I don't care for it anymore.
Can I reach the slot where it is? Am I tall enough? I am a gnome after all. Okay,
Yeah, it's like in the middle of the statue.
All right, cool. I'll stand up on my tippy toes and boop, slot it in.
It doesn't quite fit.
No.
It also looks out of place.
I try to poke it in again. Extra
Yeah,
strong
still not
edge.
fitting.
Perhaps you're right, Bandito. Maybe it was the wrong gem.
He says, "That's
No.
what I was saying," and he flicks a toothpick, grabs his case for another.
Out of curiosity, what drew you to that gem?
It was big.
Was it perhaps that you are here for treasure and the first thing you saw was the largest diamond that you have ever seen? And
What
stopped
can I
looking?
say? What can I say? I've got expensive tastes.
Well,
And I know it.
from the amount of blood that you're losing, I would say that cost is going up.
Lisa says, "Now look, everyone. It's fine that you can take treasure and things like that. It's all fine. But there are a few items that I'm looking for, and Kashar, you remember which ones I was talking about, right?"
Yes, I do not care if someone takes treasure from here. I do care if their search for treasure compromises what matters.
Exactly. She says, "And my people have been wrong. Generations ago, And she goes on with the whole tale about how Sarac came in, laid waste her village, and she says at the end of this long story that you've heard now at least a dozen times, she talks about this just as much as Bear talks about Dobby. And she says, just remember, if you find a ebony wand decorated with bones and feathers, that was an ancient artifact of my people.
The most important thing I came here for.
I
Yes.
will remember this. I have a list of the things that you have noted.
And you actually do. You actually do. It's a ring of golden stars, a sacred scimitar that was dedicated to the serpent spirits of her land, a set of copper tablets engraved with incantations, a crystal orb that would be used in ancient religious rituals, and a blue silk sash used in many different official ceremonies of her people.
What was the third one?
The third one was a sacred scimitar.
Oh, I thought that was the second. What was the fourth one then?
A set of copper tablets.
Copper tablets.
Yep, with engraved with incantations. And the first one, she said, was the ebony wand decorated with bones and feathers. If anybody of you were to find these items, we need to make sure they get back to my homeland. I sure hope we find them.
I like the
hope so.
sound of finding treasures.
Yeah. All right. So that's what she says. So shall we try another gem? And Marion says, maybe we should be a little bit more cautious and use my gem of seeing, or crystal of seeing. Gem of seeing? Yes, gem of seeing. And she takes it out and starts inspecting all of them. She's doing that on her own.
Okay. I'm gonna walk behind her, like not in a way of like trying to impose myself on her, but basically of like knowing that wave could come at any moment, and basically just keeping myself between it and her in case it happens again.
Sure. Give me an Arcana check, actually, now that you're following her and looking closely at the gems.
Okay. All right.
Actually, investigation would also work. There's two options here.
It's about the same for me.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I rolled pretty well though. 17.
Which one did you do? Arcana?
I did investigation. I figured that would make more
Investigation.
sense for him.
Sure. Let's see here.
It says in the book, you know nothing. You should have rolled Arcana.
No, it's all good. So you look and you see her going through with the gem of seeing. It seems like she's not picking much up, but you notice something. Very few of the gemstones are emeralds, and it makes sense. Emeralds are the same color as the wave. It's like an aqua green.
Mm-hmm.
It does look like they would fit better with that than a diamond or a ruby or something like that.
I was originally going to say let's search for emeralds, but then I think the first thing it was said that Bandito said like I found a diamond the size that fits.
Yes,
which
small
is why,
hand fruit. Yeah.
Do we see an emerald that is about that same size?
I would say so. With the 17, you can find one. There are very few of them, and most of them are either too small or far too large. But you find the Goldilocks emerald as you pass down by the door where you're standing.
Good job, Marian. Pandito, it is your turn again.
Brother. Flicks a toothpick and heads over towards you. What now?
That emerald. Get it.
You're sure about this?
Absolutely.
All right. But you're going to stay to the right of me.
No one else will. Marian, Bear, go to the side of the statue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kid, pretty purrs and stays.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Lysa has pretty. Or Lisa has pretty.
There, do you move as well?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Sorry, so caught up in what was happening. Yes. Scooch.
Should I be noticing this door?
Yes. Mm-hmm. There are two doors.
Did we investigate that? Maybe I'm just not remembering.
So when I read the description, there was a door in the hallway. Yep. There's a door in the hallway on the corridors. There's a door set in the corridor's south wall. That was from the box text. Gotcha.
Okay. And I just can't remember. Did we try that door? I know I was at the back of the group when we had gone in.
No, the door was there. You looked at it. It was a simple wooden door with metal hinges, just like the door that went into this chamber. It seems like many of the doors are nondescript.
Bandito, before you get the gem, why don't you try the door?
All right. Puts a toothpick in his mouth and grabs for the door handle.
He now has 2 toothpicks.
No, he tossed the other one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's.
I also thought he had put a second one in.
Bangs on the door. Jiggles the handle. It's locked.
Do you think that I asked you to go to the door because I did not have a fist? Use your tools.
Takes out his thieves' tools, flips them around like a switchblade. Goes down.
You dropped one.
Thank you. Thank you kindly. He rolls a 6 on the die. Not going to tell you what his bonuses are. But he says, this one ain't budging.
Just go back to the fucking gems.
You got it. And he waits for you to position the self in between him and the statue.
Oh, I thought he wanted me on his right. Okay.
He wants you here so that you can take the brunt of the blast.
Oh, I was picturing his right. I thought his right was on the other side.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
I was thinking of the stage right.
He very steadily, Indiana Jones style, readies his hands and plucks the emerald from the wall. Nothing happens. He tosses you the emerald. There you go. Now it's your job.
I offer it to Bear.
Trade?
Okay. And Bear takes one last look at the giant diamond, which is he has to hold it like this in his little gnome hands.
Like a basketball.
Yeah. And basically, as he hands it over to Kachar, it looks like he's doing a slow motion layup, as he's handing over the diamond, and then he takes the emerald.
Nice. I grab it. I just say, Bandito, heads up. And I toss him the diamond.
Wow.
He pockets it.
Remember that.
He nods. And he's going to brace himself for impact. Bear, you plug it in?
Yeah. Once again, back up on tippy toes and wedging it in 2 hands this time forcefully. Maybe last time it fell out because I wasn't trying hard enough. And with a grunt of effort, Bear shoves it into the slot.
And this time it fits like a glove. And when you do, the wave kind of glows like a little green, like a sea green aura. And the door to the south unlocks and opens.
Nothing to the door to the north?
The north.
No. Nothing to the door to the north.
Any change on the statue?
The statue had a glow to it, but now it's subsided.
No. Oh, okay. So no, it's not like a Fibonacci puzzle box where you solve the one puzzle, something happens, and then another puzzle opens or something like.
No. It seems that the gem has opened the door to the south. The door to the north is still a mystery. But
I'll look down the hall.
Open. Yeah, you look down the hall and you can see, I guess from there even, you probably could see a little bit of this design on the map, so I'll tell you what it is. So this is it looks like there's a bridge of some sort, like a pit, and it looks like the room kind of narrows, and whatever that walkway is, you can see it kind of right here forming, goes along whatever that pit is. And you get a strange sort of smell in your nostrils, kind of singes your nostrils, the smell. Definitely acid.
Acid. Okay.
And we're going to pause here. We're going to go to the other group for a second. Sorry, Randall, if you had a question, go ahead.
No, that's a good moment.
Right. Go over to the other group. Agatha and Derlin, you're in the room of the altar. You can see the treasure chests that are set into this triangular altar. And Agatha, there's a bubbling sound of water coming from the north here, and it seems to draw you towards it. And you can feel something almost like pulsating in your backpack? Pocket?
Mhm.
I'm not quite sure where you keep them.
I check in my sleeve.
Is it your sleeve?
I store everything in my sleeves.
Okay. The two gemstones that you carry with you are glowing red.
Oh, those ones. I think no, I wear those ones around my neck. Yeah.
Oh, right. Then they are glowing.
Oh my. Yeah, this is quite nice. I hope you are well. Can you hear me? There's something here. I start talking to the stones. Yes, let's go to the water. Let's see. Let's see what the answers may be.
All right, move your token.
Okay. Yeah, it's gonna doop doop.
And Derlin, you're like inspecting the chests, and all of a sudden Agatha starts wandering out of the room. What do you do?
Agatha, don't you want to find out if there's anything in the... Okay, well, I guess that means more treasure for me.
Oh no! It's moving without me!
Okay. More treasure.
So you see a fountain, Agatha.
Yes.
There's a marble gazebo with a fountain at its center, and it's surrounded by flowering bushes.
Oh, how lovely. Do I still feel like a pull towards it?
You do.
I'm holding the two gems within my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, hello.
Is
there anyone here?
There is no one in the gazebo, and you are alone. This room looks like it's alone. It's a perfectly serene picture. When you get closer to the fountain, though, you can see inside the fountain, in the water, it's littered with gemstones similar to the one on your necklace.
Can I see if I sense any familiar energies in there?
None.
Oh.
The gemstones don't in the water do not glow. They look like they're just gemstones, red hued gemstones sitting in the fountain. And yours are feeling that pull.
No, I won't let you go. You're mine. I would say, can I roll for Arcana or something? But I just don't have those skills.
No worries. You could still make an intelligence check or a wisdom check.
Well, yeah, can I do wisdom?
Sure.
All right. Well, that's a 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
Total? Okay, yeah. I don't think they would glean anything from that at all, but...
Wizard human creature. Hey, you come here.
I think you're talking about you, Darlin?
Yeah. Wizard!
Oh, me!
Wizard.
You meant me. Well, I was investigating these chests, but...
There's a fountain here.
And I'll head towards
It's
gazebo!
It's talking to my friend, and I hold up the gem that has my friend in it.
I'm sorry. Your friend is a gem.
Well, he wasn't always a gem. I mean, I could say he was, but now he literally is.
Fantastic.
He's such a kind soul. Always speaks so well.
I'm worried then that to become your friend.
Oh, it's not just friends. I pick up the other stuff. It's also people I wish to punish.
Oh, well, I hate to be on your good side or your bad side. Let's just remain neutral. We'll remain acquaintances of neutral
Hmm.
amicability.
I mean, this is why I'm here. I'm hoping to undo this. It was not my own magics that did this. So, and as such, the Night Mother cannot help me.
Very well. Have you look? Oh, there's gems in there.
Yes, but they look quite, not lively.
No, I mean most gems aren't.
Indeed.
But I guess your gems pulled you here.
They
Is this
did.
Okay. Now, what do we think we should do then? Should we
I'm.
toss yours into the pond?
But I don't want to lose them.
We can make a little, like, area for them so that when you throw them in, we'll know which ones were yours. Or we can mark yours. Is there a way to mark yours so that we don't
Well, they
lose
are
track of them?
tied upon this necklace. I'm gonna take off the one of the person I want to punish. We could try with this one.
If anything else, the gems might drown.
It's okay if it happens to this
So you take Cornelius's
one. Yeah.
gem,
Yeah.
okay, and you want to
Although he was Cornelia at the time.
Cornelia. Yeah, actually, you're right. Oh my God, you're right. Would you like to take Cornelia's gem?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Be careful. I don't want to lose their soul forever.
No, that would be
Fair enough.
terrible, I'm sure.
So-
Mm.
Let's.
You drop the gem in the water on the necklace, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you drop the gem on the necklace, and bam, you can see smoke kind of like rising or steam emanating from the fountain here, and it starts to bubble up. And when that steam sort of like coalesces, it forms the human that you knew as Cornelius. He's a man.
Witchcraft! I mean, I knew that, but again, I like saying it out loud.
He's a man before you, and he looks like he's just like gained his, sea legs, and he collapses, splashing out of the fountain, and he goes, "What? Where am I? Where am I?
I pull out my knife.
Ah, Agatha,
Hello,
hi.
Cornelius.
And hello. Wait,
Yes, hello. Dash Thunderforge. I mean, duh.
Oh, so
nice
it
to meet
brings
you.
back people. Oh, dear wizard, make sure this one doesn't go anywhere.
I mean,
I'm going to pull
certainly.
off my other necklace that has Zur in it. Oh, I get to see my dear friend again after all these years. I'm so excited. And
Oh,
I'm
boy,
gonna
Kristen.
I'm gonna put the gemstone in there.
you
Come
put his
back
in?
to me now. I want to see my friend.
Okay. You place the gemstone inside. And again, the same thing happens. It hits the water. Steam kind of rises. The smoke and the steam kind of coalesce. And this time... Oh,
Oh, that's great.
let's see.
Sick.
Oh my God. Hey! Unmute yourself.
Hello.
Sir,
Yes.
it's so lovely to see you again.
It's been wretched.
Agatha's just gonna try to give Zur a big hug.
Oh, what happened? What is this?
Sir, it's been a while.
I was.
I was getting worried that I wouldn't be able to get you out of the gem.
How did I get in a gem?
That the Lich, he put you into one. So I kept fighting him as an octopus, and we won.
I don't remember that.
Oh, did I turn? No, did I turn? Yes, I did turn into a giant
You did. It
octopus.
was your octopus ability that actually helped win that battle. Actually, you used your
Was I
legs as
fighting
like
you in the first session?
you used your legs as like a way to
Yeah, for him
give
to get
people
up
a
there.
ramp to get up to fight the
Yeah.
lich in the sky. Yeah.
Well, it appears my endeavors to injure it were successful in helping you defeat it.
Oh, you are invaluable, sir. This is why I worked so hard to bring you back. Hey, you know,
Well-
now that we're together again, should we kill Cornelius together?
No, you guys can't kill me. No.
Cornelius is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tossed him in first as an experiment.
Oh, Cornelius, huh? When did Cornelius turn into a girl?
That's what Giselle said before you came on.
Oh, is he a male again, or is he a girl?
He
Yeah,
is, yes. Uh-huh.
And what about Estelle or Agatha?
Completely Agatha. No Papa Aga. It's
Okay,
Papa.
okay. Well, it's good to see you, even though I just saw you seconds ago. But
Oh, you didn't hear me talking to the gym. That's okay. You're here now. It's been a while.
where is here? I look around. What do I see?
We're in another tomb.
Of course, this is our lot in life.
Indeed.
What? Who are these people?
This wizard, the only other person here.
Hello.
Yeah,
My
actually,
name is
so
Derlin.
actually, Chris, just to give you a little bit of heads up, they're in a separate room right now. They are not with the whole group. So, but you do know these people. I believe you played with Michelle, correct?
I don't know.
No, maybe
Hi, Michelle.
not.
Hi, nice to meet you. I don't
too.
think we've played together
No, maybe-
before, but
Maybe not. Maybe not.
yes,
And Randall,
Here's-
Charm.
here it is.
have you played with Randall?
Yes.
I think didn't we play in Shadow Dark?
Mm-mm.
Was that Shadow Dark or was that a different one?
Different one, but something. I'm certain of it. So
I'm thinking it was Shadow Dark.
40K. Was it 40K? No.
mm-mm. No,
No.
But either way,
Good to see you guys.
Here's it.
Chris, this is Chris. Chris played in a few things. Before we get into the game now, Chris, just real quick, who are you? Let everybody know who you are.
I am Zer, War Priest. And I, with my group, took on the task of defeating this lich of some tomb. I don't even recall what the name of the tomb was, but we found it. And apparently, I was captured during the fight.
There we go. So
And here I am now.
and Cornelius says, and I'm a wizard,
Half the party is
a great
playing
wizard.
Shadow
We
Dark.
don't.
I've
We
improved.
don't need another wizard. Only one will do.
You can cast more than one spell? How long was I
can.
out? No, I should be doing like the Harrison Ford. I can't see. How?
So-
I'm down for a few minutes and you're getting delusions of grandeur.
That's right. Cornelius feels like he's the wizard he wanted to be. But we'll see. This is tricky because now both of you kind of like fish out of water. You're in this weird place. There's green sconce light, magical sconce light all around this room, and this gazebo you're wet, completely wet.
How long has it been?
Agatha,
Decades.
It's been a while, but the world has changed since then. I also,
Well,
this place
I'm-
is very different from what we might be used to.
I'm glad your friend is back. Can we go back and
Yes.
check out those chests?
Oh, that is what you want. Thank you for helping me with this, Sterling. It's very kind
that-
of you to do that.
Is that-
And you know, you're such a good lad. I'm gonna pull the stick out of my hair. You should have this. Take this as a gift from me to you for your help.
Oh, thank you. I hope to keep it for the rest of my life.
Or however
I'll never
long
let
that
anyone
may
else
be.
have it. It's mine forever.
I hope you live a long time.
Me too.
You just cut to Kishar just whispering to himself.
I'm probably going to have to kill Turin before this ends.
And let's do that. Let's cut back to the group on the eastern
Let's do
side.
that. Let's get Bjorn killed.
Oh shit!
So, all right. So I'm
Fourth level
bringing
smite.
your attention back to the other side. Let me just. There we go. Bring you back here. Nah, there you are. All right, Kashar, you see that sort of pit. You smell the acid. You can only assume that there is a pit of acid in this room. What do you do?
I'm just gonna take a cloth, wet it a little bit, place it like with my water skin, just place it over, like hold it in my hand, look to the group,
And I can smell a strong acid coming from the chamber ahead. It looks like there's possibly another narrow walkway. I'm going to check it out. I'll be right back.
and just place the rag over my nose and mouth, just so it's a little bit easier to breathe. And we'll walk into the chamber.
Cool. All right.
Bear's
so you
gonna
move
look
in.
after him with a face of concern. Are you
Yeah, I'm
sure
sure.
it's safe? Should I go with you?
If you'd like. It's certainly not safe, though.
Okay. And Bear hops into the corridor and eagerly follows along. We gotta keep you,
can see-
safe, Dobby. I mean, Kashar.
Uh-oh, he's imprinted.
Oh no! the true boss battle is going to be between Gishar and Dobby. And Gishar's not going to have any idea why.
So before you
attacking me, I don't know you.
Before you see a chamber that is has a 10-foot deep pit of green acid, and it's mostly filled, so almost right up to the top. It outstretches across this outstretches a 3-foot wide stone bridge. Nozzles embedded in the north and south walls shoot blasts of air across the bridge.
How frequent are those nozzles?
They are happening constantly. Like a big fan.
So it's not like pulses; it's like constant air shooting across
Airflow.
the bridge.
Mhm.
I'm
So
assuming
north-
it's enough that could possibly knock someone off the bridge.
It seems that way.
Is it going in both directions or only one direction?
North and south. So
Okay,
going
so
to
they're
the
both sides are constant.
yeah, the south is
Wouldn't
blowing
that
to the
be-
north, and the north is blowing to the south.
Isn't that equalize?
It does not say that they are aimed at each other. They could be like slightly
Like alternating,
staggering. Yeah. Yeah. What you get the sense though, actually, that is it. Like you might be able to walk and avoid them. They look like the blasts are going more towards the air, which would be difficult if you were a flying creature.
Oh, so like if you were low to the ground,
Mhm.
it wouldn't be much of a problem.
Yep.
Do I see about how high up?
This whole area is only 10 feet high, so it's maybe the top 5 feet would be hit by the air.
Okay.
Well, Bear, it looks like you're going to be quite valuable in this one.
Yes. Go on.
Well, the air seems to be quite dangerous up high. I imagine that we have to get to the other side of this pathway. Hopefully for good reason and not for just the fun that the creator of this dungeon has to have. If you could cross, perhaps that would make it easier for the others. I could give you a rope that we could then attach, and we could attach on this side, and those who come across can sort of climb the rope horizontally.
I gotcha, Dobby. Hand me the rope. I'm ready. He puts out his hand with the rope.
I hand I'm gonna I go to hand bear the rope. I'm like, you should have your hands free, and I'm just going to like kind of get to a knee and just kind of like wrap the rope around Bear's waist and just kind of tie a knot and move it to the back of Bear.
Sure.
All right. I'll hold on to the other end.
During that whole experience, Bear had just like a face of ultimate elation. Like that was just glorious. Very exciting. Okay. Anyway. All right. So once that's done, Bear says,
Kashar is
ready.
very. It's a very foreign sound to Kashar's. Did I hurt him?
So, all right, Bear's gonna pirouette around and then just like traipse across in a very merry fashion, like hands swinging, like he's in a great
Oh,
mood.
you really should be more cautious than that.
And as you do, Bashar is right. The air gusts change direction and seem to target the person going across the bridge. So, Bear, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Can I try to, since I'm holding onto the rope, can I try to pull them back and like whip them backwards as they, as it's happening?
No, though, if Bear were to fall, you could assist with getting out of it much easier.
Okay. And Bear, I think you have advantage on dex saves because you could see it.
Oh.
That is true.
Oh, yeah, nice. Thank you. Good call.
Rules lawyer for the defense.
Wow.
Exact
yes,
same.
I got the exact same roll.
Well, it's
17.
not a bad roll.
Yeah. How's the 17, Bob?
It is not a bad roll. But not good enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, it's not, no.
Okay.
All right, Bear.
To Bear.
You take 22 acid damage as you fall directly in the middle of the pit. So you fall here, and again, it's not like you fall a distance. You just fall in the acid. Though you do feel like, you could use still more of your movement. You're not just stuck there. Would you like to try to get yourself out?
Yes, certainly.
Okay, so what this... Oh, actually, I apologize. Hold on one second. This doesn't blow you directly in. What it does is it blows you in a random direction. So we have to roll for the direction that you get placed. So right now, if we were to mark this, they say, top, north of you, top of the clock was a 1. Then it'd be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no 9, just 8. But we go clockwise, 1 to 8 around your token, starting at the top. Would you like to roll it?
Sure. Why
Go for
not? All right, give me
Come on, big three.
A 2?
A 2. So you go to the north and to the east. So you land there. And yes, you take the 22 acid damage. And it says here that you technically have the prone condition. So right now you fall into the pit. How many feet have you voluntarily moved?
Voluntarily? Like on the bridge? Oh, yeah, like 15.
Okay, so that doesn't count for falling. But in order for you to right yourself, stand up, so to speak, you would have to then spend your 15 of your movement, which would, because it's half your speed. So right yourself back up, and then you could, in theory, dash.
Yes. Okay. And I'm standing in the acid pit?
What this would maybe visualize as you fell in, you're burning, you're like, oh my God, and you're trying to like get out, scramble yourself to get out, because you kind of fell over, had to like right yourself, and was like swimming even, right, and get yourself up back on the little bridge.
All right, sounds good. Then yes, I will do that and get myself on the bridge, I suppose, and then I'm gonna throw myself onto my belly and just like cling to it like a sloth.
Perfect.
But like a reverse sloth, not hanging underneath.
Yes. You don't want to hang in the...
Yes, Bear, do the reverse sloth.
So you have enough movement.
This move was called. Oh, Dobby, you're so smart. And then Bear's just gonna,
we're really going to have to work on that.
Bear's gonna scuttle along the bridge, I suppose.
Yeah.
Successfully getting to the other side at that point.
Correct. So it takes your double movement, but you get to the other side and you're free of the air blast. You hear from the other side, though, Kashar. You hear Lesa say, Kashar, banditos open the other door.
What? How?
Nothing else.
So I hear from this side.
Yeah, back from where you came. Mm-hmm.
Bear, don't move unless I yell Dobby.
And I run out this door and start going up and look around. Do I see anything that looks odd?
You see the door opened, and you can hear footsteps walking that way, and the purring of the cat. Pretty.
Oh, I forgot about
Bendito.
Pretty.
Lesa says, the cat just started running through it.
What? Why are you following Bandito?
No, the cat. It just started running, Lesa says. And Bandito's running ahead, and you can hear the cat purring. What do you do?
I'm gonna look to see. Wait, there's nothing. I don't see anything there.
Oh, sorry. I didn't open the store.
Oh, I was like, oh shit, this is really bad. Everyone's just disappearing.
No, they're running.
Wait, why are you... Let Bandito and Lesa go. Marianne, don't run off into the darkness.
All right. I'll stay here. Lesa goes forward with Bandito. You hear the cat. The cat went into that misty room. So, Randall, I'm just going to take your token just so the viewers can see. This is not where you are. But there's a misty room here. Different openings all around. The cat, Pretty, went into this opening to the northeast, and you hear it meowing loudly. Agatha, you also hear a meowing. If you look back into the altar room, you can see Pretty rubbing up against the altar.
Pretty, my love, how are you?
Meow.
Do I hear Agatha's voice?
You do.
I'm gonna.
All right.
try to-
I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna walk back and say, "Never mind, it's fine," and
Bear's
just
still
walk
like
back.
frozen.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna go walk back to Bear.
Bear has literally stayed exactly still.
Gotta
Zur,
appreciate loyalty.
Zur, Derlin, and Cornelius, you hear the purring of Kitty. You walk back into the other room, and you can see. I'll move your tokens for you, Chris, just so it's easier. And you can see not only Pretty, but some other people entering in. You can see a half-orc with badly burned scars all over his body. That's at least the areas you can see. He looks like a pretty surly individual. You'll get along with him. And then you see a woman dressed in brightly colored clothes. She seems to be some sort of a navigator, survivalist. You can tell based on her adventuring gear. And then you can see a mage, another mage. We got 3 mages now, once we had Cornelius here. A mage come in. She's wearing more of like an adventurer's gear, but she clearly looks more like a bookworm than a survivalist. And Kashar, you go back towards Bear, so you're not in this meeting. I'll move your token a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm stuck in a wall.
Mm-hmm. But you can see Bandito, Lesa, and Marion. They come into the room. And they'll introduce themselves. And Zur, Bandito, the orc, at first pulls a dagger out and says, "Who's this one?" And he's got a toothpick in his mouth. You could see he's sticking out of his teeth.
Aw, do not.
Who are
worry,
these?
handsome orc.
I am Zur, friend of Agatha. Zur, by the way, he's a tall human war battle priest. He's got plate armor, a shield, a long sword is his weaponry, and he's dressed in red robes over his armor with a blood drop with a sword through it as his insignia.
And Cornelius is a acne pockmarked, young, scrawny, lanky, maybe like 17-year-old, 18-year-old kid.
Well, that's right. I recruited him. He's my apprentice, kind of.
Yeah, but he also
Well-
betrayed me.
He betrayed you.
He
So,
says,
like,
debatable.
Now he's your slave.
look,
Debatable.
I already cursed him. It's fine. But I don't.
Lesa comes. She says, "Hello there, Zer. I am Lesa. I'm the lead of this adventuring party. We're here to uncover artifacts of my ancient peoples. And this is our resident mage, Marianne."
3 mages. This is unheard of.
So much
Marianne.
magic.
What is your specialty?
She says, I dabble in quite a few arcane arts. She looks a little like embarrassed at her answer.
Well, I cast the divine arts, focusing on combat and strength, and some healing, of course. Anybody
Bandito
injured?
says, I don't think so.
Did you guys have a priest at all?
No.
Oh, you're in luck.
Oh, I'm actually quite injured. If you're capable of doing, magical healing, I'd be happy
you-
to take some.
Oh, when did you get hurt? I'll
Oh,
heal you.
The tree
You
ends.
saw me get hit by a trunk.
Ah,
A
yes,
tree
that's
trunk
right.
hit me. You watched it happen and did nothing.
That sounds like
That's why I
agony.
assumed you couldn't help.
What did you want me to do? I was willing to finish him off, but he was so pathetic.
It was, and it was fine. We got what we came for. We got that wand.
You set the creature on fire. Did you want me to also do something on top of that?
Lesa says, "A wand? Excuse me? Did you say a wand?"
But yes, we found
It wasn't a
It was not a wand. It's a hairpin. Look at all his hair on his head.
It's more
He
of a
needs something.
stick.
It wasn't an ebony wand decorated with bones and feathers, was it?
That sounds.
She
nice.
pulls out her
With
item card.
What,
Yeah, it
what,
was-
what? Where was this?
It was shoved in some tree roots.
Mm.
Let me see. Let me see. She's desperate.
Fair
She's
enough,
very
I suppose.
demanding.
And I show her though. This is my new wand.
She gasps. She's like, "Oh, that's it. The wand of my people."
The wand of your people.
I lean
Yes.
over to Derlin. She's very excited about a hairpin.
She does seem quite excited about this wand. I mean, it is a very powerful artifact.
Mm.
Are you sure your people need... are you sure this is exactly the one that your people were looking
It
for?
belongs in a museum, damn it.
There's so many of wands out there. Are you sure it's exactly this one?
This
it's
is the one,
hardly a
ebony, bound with feathers and bones. How could it be anything but?
I mean, there's so many gold rings out there.
This seems rather
I
silly.
mean, wands. I mean,
Well, give it to me.
very well. I suppose you may have it. It's not quite as useful to me as I had thought.
Thank you, Derlin. Thank you. And she really holds on to it carefully, and she gives it to Marianne. She says, "Hold on to this. Put it somewhere safe." And she takes it out her back, and
That he can spend in a lifetime.
I don't know. He could spend quite a bit.
And he'll
Awesome.
die too fast.
Mm.
So we'll jump back to Bear and Kashar.
Real quick, I have just a quick question or two here. So,
Please do.
I'm playing the Shadow Dark rules in a D&D setting. How's this working for us here?
That's correct. Yeah, I explained it to Estelle. I didn't explain it to you at all, Chris. Did I?
Briefly in a couple of text exchanges, but
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
I knew coming in that I just need to know how the world works right now and what.
Well,
What
let's do
world
this.
I'm
Did you
working
want to try a healing spell? I think you were talking about maybe healing Derlin.
Yeah, I wanted to heal him. So do I have a luck token already?
Yeah, we're
or-
gonna say that both you and Estelle still have a luck token from before. Although we are not using the pulp mode, so you have a luck token right now. You
I'll
won't
give
be
you a
able to
luck
store.
token.
Okay. So does anybody else in the party get to benefit from luck, or is it just Estelle and myself?
Anything that you can do would we play it as Shadow Dark. So if you can heal an ally, or sorry, not use a luck token for an ally, like to re-roll a d20, you can use it. It's just like inspiration in D&D anyway.
Okay, so I can then cast bless on people to give them luck tokens to use.
Correct, but they cannot have more than what is it? One. I think we're not using any house rules really. Minimal
so
house
none
rules.
of us can have more than one, correct?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna then cast a cure on Derlin.
Cool.
It's a D10 plus the spell level, which is level 1, so I need an 11.
D20 though. D20.
D20.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 15, so it worked.
It works.
5d6. You get back 15 hit points.
There you go. And something strange happens, Derlin. You've seen many people cast spells throughout your years as a wizard. This looked a little different. Give me an Arcana check.
24. I know a lot about magic.
Yeah,
Bruno's
this is
very good at
strange.
teaching.
You've never seen something like this. Most of the time when magic is cast, you feel like a mage has, priests as well, clerics, have a limited resource, a pool of magic that they draw from the weave. And you usually sense in, like, when somebody casts something, an expenditure of that. Some sort of like essence leaves them. You don't get the sense from him that happened.
Your divine energies are rather impressive, I must say. I'd love to see how it all works one day, perhaps.
I'll cast bless on him then. Well, let's see this.
And for the viewers out there, that's a success as well.
Yeah, that's success. I didn't even roll my bonus. So so you now have a luck token.
Inspiration for you,
Heroic
CJ.
inspiration.
Yep. And you feel invigorated. You feel like confident in that you can get this mission accomplished. For the people at home, we are going to be obviously having to make some gray area calls, and we're all cool with that. I mean, basically, we're trying to do something I don't think has ever been done. So,
super cool.
So the rest of the party, like level 10.
Sure.
I want to understand like the danger that we're in.
You look like you're in some sort of strange tomb. It has a lot of similarities to the Tomb of Horrors, actually.
Mm-hmm. I hate the Tomb of Horrors.
The correct answer is a lot of danger.
All right. So
an
caution.
incredible amount of danger.
Caution is the word.
Yeah, and you and Agatha, being Shadow Dark characters, are significantly weaker in terms of like just brute force, like health hit points. So definitely try to shield yourselves.
Okay. Well,
I think I almost don't want to tell you
go,
what the level of this adventure would be. I'll tell you later.
Don't go charging into combat then, is
right.
What I'm being told here.
Yeah.
I only have 44 hit points.
Anyway.
Yeah, like exactly. See?
Right. So I will not do that. All right. Let's do this.
All right, so let's jump over back to Bear and Kashar. Kashar, you come back, and Bear is standing in the literal exact pose that you left him.
I start walking back in and just, it's all right, everyone is... You can put your arms down.
You didn't say the word.
Dobby.
Yeah. So how'd it go?
Worse now. They reunited with Agatha and Darren. Apparently, the cat found the pathway.
Amazing. So they're not dead?
No. A positive or negative, depending on how you look at it.
So if they found the path, does that mean I fell into the pit of acid for nothing?
No, I think that this is probably still quite important. I'm going to I just want to measure, because we have 50 feet of rope. Okay, so
nice.
Is there anything Is there anything I could tie it to over here?
There is not. It's a pretty bare wall.
Damn. I don't think I have any spells that can do anything about that. Okay. I have a lot of killing magic. I don't have a lot of change the environment magic.
Well, Randall, while you're thinking about that, Bear, you can see that there's a chamber beyond, and it's lit with the same green flickering light. You do see something like strange directly ahead of you because you have very good dark vision. So let me explain the room that you're in. So you can look behind you, and you see that there are statues in this hall. If you even just were to go here, you could probably even see that there's more of them. A jade statue stands close to you. So right here, there's a jade statue.
Okay.
And you notice that there's an actual other exit from that room just north of the statue. The statue depicts an armored feminine figure from the waist up. However, it's got 6 arms and a gleaming curved sword in each hand. From waist down, the statue's body is serpentine. 2 statues depicting large cobras with jade scales sit in the alcoves to the east.
Those motherfuckers gonna come alive.
Yeah.
Feels like.
And one of the swords in the statue with the serpent body and human upper body looks rather ornate.
It was 2 swords in the those hands?
2. Sorry, the feminine figure has a sword in each hand, so 6 swords.
Okay, I was gonna say how many? You said sword in each hand. I don't remember you saying how many hands
6
there
hands.
were.
Yeah.
And I was like, are we dealing with a person or are we dealing with something that starts with an M? Maybe.
Yeah. It does look like a Marilith to you,
Yeah.
but you would just be maybe Bear would describe it. It's got 6 arms.
Yes, please do not touch anything on that one.
Wow. One of those swords is so shiny, like it's a scimitar, but like a super special one, like a shiny special scimitar.
Yes, that is the one that the creator of this dungeon really wants you to touch. It is probably the one that Lesa would very much like, which means it is also the one that will most likely get us killed.
Oh. Okay.
If it is
fair.
attached to a Merilith, I cannot imagine that is accidental. Merilith are deceitful and awful dwellers of the hells. They will not. They do not represent anything good.
Wow, you're so smart. And then Bear's eyes get all shiny in admiration. Also, as I walk into this room, am I just trailing the rope behind me? What's going on with the rope?
Yeah, you have the rope still. It's 50 feet of rope. Sure.
I was gonna say, I think you're at about the limit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I would have to have moved up a bit. I'm just like, man, by the way, please do not tug very hard. I am not as strong as you.
And
So,
real quick, I just want to ask the other group. So is the group up top now? Do you want to come together? Do you want to come down here? Lesa will offer to show you the path.
I want to investigate these chests. Has no one else seen these 3 chests?
CJ's so into it that he's half off camera.
Berlin.
Bandito comes right up to you, shoulder to shoulder, and goes, "I'll help you with that, buddy."
Sir, are you seeing the similarities?
I'm just noticing.
If he were a bit shorter, I would be feeling a bit more certain on which actions to take.
I'll follow your lead. I
don't
feel
know
a
what-
little out of it.
I don't know what's going on, but
Oh, poor Zer. I'm gonna like pat his head and like try to pick lint off of him and such.
Someone's either going to get fucked or killed. I don't know which one I want more.
Really? The
I really
tension
don't
is
know.
like
I don't know
The-
what direction it's going, but I'm here for either one.
For the
It's a
record,
very-
Zur is secretly terrified of Agatha.
that's right. But he'll never show it. Okay, so CJ, we'll let you inspect it in a second. I just want to let Kashar and Bear finish their thought down here and see if you want. CJ, do you want to make an investigation check? You want to like look at it, kind of analyze it?
Make an investigation check.
Okay, go for it, and I'll come back to you in a second. So Bear and Kashar, the two of you, what do you want to do?
Oh wow, CJ, fantastic roll. Okay, so quick question, Bob. Do we still have our items? Like if we had special items in our
Definitely.
previous Okay, sweet. So Bear's gonna call across the way and say, "Hey Dobby, if we're gonna try and use a rope to get people across, I think I could secure it here on this side if you wanna like hold it while everyone crosses over, and then you know you could bring up the tail. I forgot how to do words.
Rear? Is that the word you're looking for?
Yeah, you're so smart.
Just like
It's
Dobby.
Only 4 letters. Two are the same.
Yeah, but still, you're so smart. Wow, just like Dobby.
And again, similar to the group up top, if only you were just a little shorter. Oh my God.
So what do you think, Kashar? What do you think, Dobby? Should I secure it over here? And
You got it right the first time. Why did you correct yourself to be wrong?
Bear, are you taking out the
Nice.
object I think you're taking out?
I think so.
Are you taking out an immovable rod?
I'm taking out an immovable rod. Yeah, buddy.
It's pretty dope. I love it. It's my favorite item in D&D.
Oh, so good.
It is good.
So Bear's gonna whip out a pretty mundane looking rod, and then he's going to position it strategically at a comfortable height for everyone else, which is like face height for him, and then click the button, and then boom, it's stuck in space. And then he like takes the rope and he ties it around the rod.
Great.
He says, "Okay, we're set up over here."
So Randall, what
Okay,
I would
have nothing to secure my end to.
Yeah, but I was going to say, Randall, if you're holding it, it's pretty sturdy. Somebody could cross it without having the threat of falling into the pit at this
Okay.
point. But then the last person would have a little bit of
Yeah.
difficulty.
I'll hold it.
So yeah, I mean, do we want to reunite with the rest of the group?
Oh,
Right now,
that's
Bear,
good.
you're on the other side with you're on the other side with the encounter.
Oh,
And we're on this side. Most of them are up north.
Bear looks at Kashar with large, forlorn eyes. When will we be reunited, Dobby? And it's like as if he
Tell
doesn't
if you're
like
talking about me or the other one.
like you could like his eyes are pointed at you, but you're not sure if he's like looking at you or through you or like like
There's like an illusion, and we just see an image of Dobby, mouth moving, and Kashar's voice coming out.
exactly. Exactly.
This is weird. You're looking at me in a very odd way.
What do we do?
Bear, since you have that secure on that end, why don't you climb across this side? Let's go get the others, and then we can see what is going on up there. And if we want to come back down, then we can.
Cool.
Did you see anything before you do that, though? Is there anything else in that room that you saw that other than the scimitar and the statues that seemed of note?
No, I don't think so. Like I told you about the 3 statues. They look like snakes. There's a snake lady. There's a super shiny special sword, and then the other swords that are less shiny but like pretty cool too. But yeah, only one of them is super shiny and special. Other than that,
And why don't you come across, and if you could do me a favor, do not mention the special shiny sword to anyone.
okay, Dobby, it'll be our special secret. And then
It was very hard to hear from over here, but I think I got the gist of it.
Yeah, you just see Bear like hunching over and like whispering something,
There's-
but 0 decibels make it across the bridge.
No one else in this room, even a little bit.
All right, move your
right.
token, Dobby. You're good to
Yes.
go. You're set up perfectly here.
And then also Bear is gonna say, by the way, you do promise we're coming back, right? Because I do need to get that rod
Yes,
back.
we will definitely, at the very least, get the rod back. That it's a very useful tool.
Thank
And
you.
Bear,
I
you're-
don't know if we will come back for the sword, though.
Okay,
You pass
that's
through
fine.
the blowers, and all your hair flies in different directions. You get wobbly, but again, you have the rope to hold on to. So you cross the bridge, and I'll reunite you with the group. I'll move you guys to that
Sweet.
spot. All right. So real quick,
Thank you.
going back to the other group, you get to the mist room, and you can hear the conversations going on. Derlin, you investigate this with a nat 20, which gives you a 30, and you feel like these chests are inset into the triangular altar as some sort of a trap. You feel like when they are removed, some sort of pressure plate is going to be activated, or some sort of like a gear mechanism is going to be activated. You can sense that way the stone was formed and exactly where the boxes are pushed up into it. That clearly a mechanism will trigger when these chests are removed from the altar, and you would need to remove them to open them because, of course, they are set in. The lids will not open.
Bandito, remove the chests while me and everyone else go in the other room.
I don't
Oh,
take
you're
orders
so
from
nice.
you.
Indeed,
Agatha.
would you be so kind as to do as he says? It would be greatly appreciated.
How can I say no to a pretty lady?
Oh, you.
I'm going to go behind this corner right here while you do it.
I'm going to go over there and I'm going to pick up Pretty and say, and how is your time now, my pretty? I hope you are not too scared being away from me. Cornelius, go and help him as well. Or
Oh yes, Cornelius should help.
Cornelius is like, I guess I'll help.
yes.
Hi,
you
Mr.
will.
Bandito, sir. And he extends a hand, and
Yes.
Bandito shakes it. It shakes like his whole
Expendable.
body as he.
I lean
Move
out
back and
from
forth.
like the corner and I mouth to Bandito. He's expendable.
You mouth he's expendable. Bandito winks at you and applies a
Aw.
new toothpick into his mouth.
Perhaps if all 3 chests are lifted at the same time, perhaps one of you ladies would like to try.
Marianne's inspecting it with her lantern of seeing, and she says, I don't see anything hidden here. She says, it looks good to me. And she'll back up and sees Kashar and Bear in the other room. Lisa says, I can lift the other.
Oh, look at them all working together. How quaint. Sir, that reminds me of our own adventures, does it not?
What are they doing,
Yes.
Marianne?
Anything you say.
They're about to lift out these chests from this triangular altar.
Oh, perfect. You should stand behind me while both of us back away.
Hmm.
Bear,
Lisa-
we should go back the other direction. They're about to all die.
Whoop! Bear does a quick about face and just like scuttles back down.
Lisa
I
hears
don't-
this comment and says, Kashar, wait. Everyone wait. Come in here.
But I don't wanna die.
No,
What
we're
is
not
it,
going to
Lisa?
we're not going to grab anything yet. Are you hesitant about this?
Am I hesitant about opening a bunch of chests in the center of a room that has nothing else in it except for those chests? In a dungeon that is known for alluring people in with the promise of treasure? Yes, I am.
That's why we're going to be outside of the room, and Bandito and Cornelius, by the way, this is Cornelius. I just met him myself as well.
Perfect.
And
Then Lisa, why don't you let Bandito and the other one open these and you can stay out here.
we want all 3 of them lifted out at the same time.
Are you telling me that the great Mage Derlin does not know the most simple of incantations to move something from afar.
Yes. Mage
Very
hand,
well. That is one.
Mage hand is below me.
Well, and so is treasure. Choose.
No.
I'm going to lean towards Sir as they're saying this. Are they going to cut off one of the mage's hands?
I'm just trying to figure out what the hell they're doing.
Marianne, do you know Mage Hand?
I do.
Perfect. Lisa, why don't you
Chests are
come with
quite
us? And then I'm assuming that the lid of the chest is not the heaviest. Silver, gold, and lead. Silver is the lightest. We use the Mage Hand to lift the silver.
So Randall, just because maybe you weren't in the room when I described it, and maybe you didn't hear it, but basically the altar that's there, they're set into the altar. So in order for you to open it, you need to take them out. It's kind of like they're in like
they're trying to. I thought they were trying to open them. Oh,
Well,
You
okay.
gotta
I would bet they
take it
would.
out to
Yeah.
open.
That's worse.
Yes. Now you understand the problem here. That's why Lisa and Bandito and Cornelius are going to lift them out, because there's definitely some sort of
What?
pressure plate there.
What is the benefit of moving all three versus two?
Well, if we move one or two, I assume that whatever pressure plate is there will probably be triggered. But if we get all three at the same time, the pressure plates will probably equalize.
And what is giving you this belief?
Years of experience as an adventurer.
So you've encountered a trap like this before?
Plenty of time. Lots of pressure plates. Haven't you?
Well,
Are you telling me
I've
Kishtar the
encountered-
Great has never encountered a trap with a pressure plate?
I have. I have not encountered one that has 3 different metal gilded chests. To me, this seems like someone who would try to allure you to one chest. An idiot would open the gold one. Someone who believes themselves to be smart would open the lead. And someone who might be more cautious would open silver.
Or someone who would be better than everyone would open all three. Because they had a...
That is what you call hedging your bets. But if you only need to lose once, then it doesn't matter where you place the rest.
So you agree we'll open all three?
I agree with nothing that you have said thus far.
Bandito says, "All right, Derlin wants too much. I'm out of here." And he throws his toothpick on the floor and heads out.
Oh my.
Cornelius says, I never wanted to open one. I was just following them. Hey, you look like a really powerful warrior. I'm going to follow you now.
Cornelius, where are you going?
I'm following him.
I'm going in the same direction as the others, so I don't know if that's going to help you.
I don't, I wouldn't cross her if I were you, Cornelius.
Oh, he already has, and he knows exactly what I'm capable of. So he's
Lisa says-
going better.
Lisa says, we have to find more of my people's artifacts. And she goes over the list again for the newcomers. She says, again, we're here for a few specific items. And she says, an ebony wand, which we found, she shows Kashar. A ring of golden stars. Actually, no, Marion has it, so Marion will show you. A ring of golden stars. A set of copper tablets engraved with incantations. A crystal orb we used in religious rituals. And a blue silk sash used in many ceremonies in my culture. And she says, and finally, a sacred scimitar dedicated to the serpent spirits.
I bet
And
you
she
that the
looks
cloak,
almost at Bear when she says this.
I bet you that the cloak, the ring, and the orb are probably in each of those three chests.
I was
The
gonna
ring is
go with
already in one
tablets.
of our hands.
What if the tablets are in the chests?
Could be the tablets too.
Then open the one you choose.
Well, you chose the silver one, so I think you should choose the silver one.
Very well. Everyone leave the room.
Tell me twice. Agatha, why are you with these people?
They showed up. I only had the very handsome orc here. And then the rest of them showed up, and I figured, well, first time round we did this, the fodder was nice.
I like that logic.
Yes, yes.
Without really much delay, I go to the silver chest and move that one out.
Sure. All right. So you grab the silver chest, you pull it out. It doesn't resist at all. You pull it out, and you hear a click, and then a mechanism. You hear almost like a tick.
We want to
continues
remove the
on.
other two chests before that ticking.
Oh,
is
sorry. I thought you pinged somewhere, and I was expecting to see something change on the map. I saw a ping pop up.
No, the tick
A
comes
click
from the altar.
the chest.
The altar.
From the altar. Okay.
And it's
Anything
continuing.
happen in the area over here? The doors?
Nothing. Nothing happened. Nope. You just hear.
Is it continuously ticking?
Yep.
Oh, okay. The Zoom is cutting you out after the first tick, so I couldn't tell.
Tick, tick, tick.
There
tick,
we go.
Tick, tick.
I'm going to drag the chest back to Bear.
Bear quickly takes it and then hauls it over and then pushes it into the hallway behind him. So clearing the way.
Lisa wants to find out, so she's going to follow.
Fucking...
You want to go? Do you want to go into the bigger room here, Bear, or no?
Apparently, Lace is the NPC that's gonna die. I already know. Lace is the ambitious scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agatha and Zur, what about you?
Well, we're stuck on the other side, and there's ticking
They're
going
getting
on.
away
in
with the
this...
chest. I'm going.
I want to follow. I want to be part of things.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see.
Agatha experiences FOMO.
I know FOMO is setting in. I need to see what's happening.
So little time for everything to fall apart. It took a second.
Bear, are you opening it right here in the hall, or are you going into the bigger room?
I think.
Oh, you want all of us here, right?
I mean, I'm definitely not stopping in the room. I'm gonna keep dragging it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look over my shoulder and I'm worried about the ticking. So Bear's gonna keep pushing the chest down the hallway until we get to the bigger room and a safer space, and then open it there.
You open the chest. The ticking kind of fades out as you leave the room. It's still ticking, but you left the room. You open it up and you see. You opened it up, right? You said.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Inside, and you chose the silver chest, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Inside the silver chest, you can see contents. It contains a ceremonial dagger plated with electrum and amethyst set in its pommel.
Not exactly a scimitar. Looks quite fine, though.
Agatha, are you still in the room right there?
No, I was trying to follow everyone.
Okay. You'll hear the ticking end as you're the last to leave the room, and a puff of gas fills the room and
Not again?
just spills out into the hallway just a teeny
I'm
bit.
gonna shove past people. I'm not doing this again. Agatha's not about that.
Yeah, I know you said you were all going to follow it. I just know your token was there, so it's fine. You left. After a minute or so, the ticking stopped, and the whole room filled with gas.
Does it empty, or does the gas subside?
After 1 minute, it will subside. It's slowly dissipating, so you might just wait and see. But nothing happens. However, you do look and notice that the chest is there. It's fine. The chest itself might be worth 50 gold because of the silver. It's that dagger looks ornate and like it would be worth quite a bit of money for the gems that are encrusted into it. Lisa says, while it's beautiful, it's not something I'm looking for, so if anyone wants it, they can have it.
Sir, you should have a souvenir to celebrate you coming back.
Why don't you take it? I could care less about a dagger.
I'll take it, Cornelia says.
No.
See, isn't that easy? We took one chest. We know how long it takes for the poison to fill the room. Now, Cornelius, Bandito, why don't the both of you grab the other chest bring them here, we have no issue.
Yes, I like this
Smart.
idea.
Sounds fantastic.
I have shown you that it is fine.
Yes.
Brave.
You ran, and I was willing to do it. I imagine that neither of you are cowards. You would not have gotten this far.
A natural born leader.
Cornelius says, "Well, if you think so, you're a brave warrior. I'd like to be like you one day."
I'm sure you will, Cornelius.
He looks like a stiff breeze will blow him over, so you don't want to show him the acid pit.
Yeah, he
He,
did.
wa-
Kashar doesn't even make eye contact with him when he says it.
he wanders in by himself.
Bandito. Go with him.
Bandito flicks a toothpick and says, "Nah, I'm good. I'm thinking about going through one of these dark holes here." He winks at Agatha.
Are you sure, Bandito? Cornelius has a habit of just running off with things he finds.
Yeah, let the kid have a run at it. He says, "I'm interested in these. Look at this one. It's glowing white."
Do you like the gem that I gave you?
Very much so.
Would you like to have other things in your pockets?
Pockets are getting kind of full. It's got to be real good. What do you got?
Well then, I suggest that unless you want your pockets to be filled with your own blood, that you go with the other one and get the
Give me
other
a-
chest.
Intimidation check.
Wow.
Brave.
Jeez.
I feel so bad for
I
Zara.
thought I
This is
was
like
mean to
a weird,
Bandito.
thing to jump into.
I'm like, what is this?
What
Yeah,
are these dynamics?
not great.
He looks at you and goes, "Listen, you want to waste me? Go for it. Use your spells. But I ain't risking my life for some measly dagger."
And I suggest you keep your fingers to yourself when there is more treasure to be found.
Fair enough. Let the kid keep it. He puts a toothpick in and he starts inspecting this glowing white portal.
Beware of portals. Sometimes they will take you away and never be found again. And sometimes they make you into the fairer sex.
He says,
Just that last
"Ugh."
bit.
Well, if you're a big, strong man going in there, you might come out as a big, strong woman if you're not careful.
I have not heard this about portals.
Oh, you must not get out very much.
Cornelius in the other room goes,
Probably not to the same places.
Which chest do I take? The gold or the lead?"
The gold one, Cornelius! The gold one, of course, will be more valuable.
All right. And you hear the chest like slink to the floor, think, and then tick, 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 tick.
I get this way, Cornelius.
Now
He's
let
having a
him
hard
take his
time, actually. You can see he moves super slow. He's moving like triple. It's like triple his movement to move one square. He's very weak.
I'll grab him and pull him in.
Okay. Oh, it's so heavy.
You'll regret pulling him out of there.
Did it seem like the timer went off the same amount of time?
It's still ticking. Tick, tick,
So
tick.
is it taking longer than before?
No, same. I mean, are you waiting
Oh,
a
okay.
minute? Are you waiting? a
Yeah, I
minute?
was waiting to see. I was thinking the timer may be lessened by the amount of chests that are there.
Gotcha. It's continuing to tick. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
So he'll open the chest, and inside you can see it's 100 gold pieces. He says, "I've never seen so much money."
I mean, he did.
I don't know, did he?
I feel like in
Hey.
the Tomb of Horrors we might have seen more.
There were
gold
like
than that.
there were like a bunch of benches full of like.
They were filled
Yeah.
with copper, I think, right?
Well, it went from copper, silver, gold, and
Yeah.
supposedly platinum.
Yes. Oh, yeah, he did see. He said, "Wow, I can't believe it. We get to keep as much gold as I've ever seen in my life, my new life, my reborn life."
I think that we have shown that there is just treasure to be found in these chests.
You hear
Cornelius,
a
go
And
get
what
the lead
treasure?
chest.
What better treasure than the treasure that poor Lysa is looking for.
A
Again, there is only one chest left.
a popping sound happens, and then you hear the sound of like a slithering tongue.
Oh, I was like, "Are you doing a sound?"
Yeah, I know. I realized my mic probably cut it out. It's a
Yeah,
and then a slithering sound.
I think that we should probably go.
Cornelius, go look at it.
I bet you there's a bunch of snakes in there now.
Who wants to take a peek?
Go on, Cornelius.
I'm not going.
Ah,
Where's your sense of adventure?
Yes, snakes. What else could it be? What could be the third one? Isn't it just a curious thing to find out?
Hey, Bandito, what did you find down that hallway?
Did you turn
I'm
into
gonna-
a woman?
I'm gonna
Well,
peek
it's,
around the corner.
It's clearly a portal. You take a look down
Would
the
you-
hallway, Derlin.
Yeah, I'm gonna peek around the corner.
Move your token.
You
You can move yourself
Ah!
one more. The room is filled with swarms of giant snakes.
snakes.
Roll
Why did it
initiative.
have to be snakes?
Roll initiative.
Why did it have to be snakes?
All right. I'm going to ask you individually for your initiatives. When I do, call it out. For Agatha and Zur, obviously it's still the same. It's just a dexterity check for you. You can roll just a regular die and then add your number to it. All right. Let's start with Derlin. What do you got?
Got a 23.
Nice. 23. Kashar.
got a 4.
A 4
Oh, sorry,
for
a 5.
Kashar. A 5 for Kashar. Bear.
14.
Agatha.
19.
Zur.
2. Is it add dexterity bonus or dexterity?
Yeah, you just add your
Dex-
dexterity to it.
So a 12 then.
No, just your modifier like normal.
Okay. 2.
2. Okay. All right. So let's begin. I want to get a roll for a couple of our friends here. I'm going to move them all on Lace's initiative. So she'll go at 17. All right. And it looks like Derlin, you get the jump on the snakes, but they roll pretty high. They're coming right at you. What do you do?
I will. Yeah, let's cast a 4th level Ice Storm.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. So 20-foot radius. Circle. It gets pretty much the whole room.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll cast a 20 Ice Storm. All of them can make dexterity saving throws.
What's your AC again? Or dice check again?
DC 18.
It looks like 3 of them pass, 3 of them do not.
Oh, only 18 for the great wizard Derlin.
So that's a, what is it? Bludgeoning and cold?
It is, yeah, 9 bludgeoning, 15 cold, and that whole area is now difficult terrain. Let's see. Hailstones turn the area of effect into difficult terrain until the end of my turn. So it's all double movement inside the room.
Okay. All right, so the first few are going to take the full brunt. The first few rolled poorly. And then the others actually, you notice they're actually resistant to some of the damage. Some of the, like the hailstones, things like that, don't bother them as much. The cold damage seems to affect them.
It doesn't count as magical bludgeoning?
It just says bludgeoning. I guess it has to be magical, but maybe it's just the way it's reported here on the checklist. It just says bludgeoning damage. But it is a spell.
I
so
don't think spells
okay.
ever differentiate specific in between them.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, then we'll just count it either way. All right. Next up. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Darlin.
I'm gonna
Move
take
if
a
you
couple
need
steps
to.
back and I'm gonna go. There's a bunch of snakes in there.
Are they still there?
Yes. I tried to get them with a hailstorm. They might be coming.
Oh no.
All right. The snakes are going, actually. We'll start with those snakes.
I'm gonna run past
yep.
everybody. They're over there. I get behind the bear, and I'm like, "Bear, you might be want to be." Oh, nope! It found you.
Bear, one of the swarms reaches you. The others will have to double move to get to you, but or not to get to you, to get close enough. And then they'll kind of file in this hallway. What's your armor class again?
19.
All right, let's see what they can do here. 25 hits you, I believe.
Oh, that hits.
You take 5 piercing damage,
Jesus.
and then you need to give me a con saving throw.
Ugh, bruh. Okay.
You're a barbarian.
Oh, well. All right then. Take a crit.
Oh, I was just to say, I never know when it does the delay if it's going to be a nat 20 or a nat 1 because it does the same thing for both.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you are going to take half of this poison damage. You also are a gnome. Do you get any resistances to poisons or no? It would be like in your resistances. It would be like in D&D Beyond, I think, like bottom left.
Okay. I don't
Top
believe
right,
so.
maybe,
I don't think
CJ
so.
says.
Yeah, it doesn't
Right under
say.
hit points.
anything.
So it's 13 poison damage, but again, you made the save, so it'd be 6.
6. Cool.
Mhm. All right, and that's the
Alright.
end of the snakes here. Bandito says, "Oh, that's it. I'm getting out of here." And he looks like he's about to jump into this white portal.
That worked out well. I thought I was going to have to push him.
Now we go to, let's see here. It would be...
Does he actually go through it?
Well, it's not his turn, unfortunately.
Oh.
Agatha. But he looks like he's ready to go.
Hmm. I'm going to move up. Well, I guess whatever angle it takes to look at over there. Oh, this looks quite wretched. It doesn't. Okay, so I can make. I'm just gonna cast a spell, and then we're gonna figure it out. So,
I love it.
pull out my obsidian witchblade and cut it across my hand. What does that do again? I got several things.
Did you
here.
say obsidian witchblade or obsidian switchblade?
No, obsidian witchblade, but I spoke
Okay.
wrong. It's supposed to be witch knife.
Can we call it a switchblade and just make it spelled SWITCH? Just like your witch?
I think that's still
That
still how
is
you
the
spell
spelling of
switch.
Oh, yeah.
I
Boom.
was like,
Okay.
wait a minute, that's the same. Just a
You are
capital
right.
W. It's a capital
That-
W.
Shame
Okay,
on me.
so
Shame
I
on
take
me.
a d4 of damage, so it's just 1. Okay, so I'm gonna try to cast my spell because I don't want to waste a rhyme on this if it fails.
So what is the...
Oh my
Switchblade?
goodness gracious!
Ooh.
That's a diabolical mishap. Spell mishap.
Oh.
Wait a minute. I have to find the thing for this.
Yeah, it's in the witch section in that zine.
He-
Although you have
yeah.
your one inspiration, your
The
luck token.
zine.
It is. It's in the zine.
Okay. Okay, I was trying to cast a tier 3 spell, so it's the lower end. Okay, I gotta roll a d12 for this diabolic mishap.
Go for it.
Okay. Let's find out.
Oh, can't wait to hear what this is.
Okay, 4. Shun's baleful gaze. You can't cast this spell and another random spell again for a week.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Oh!
So Estelle, do you want to randomize it yourself and let us know what you got?
I don't.
Use your luck token.
Can I do that?
You could. You could re-roll it.
Yes. Anything is better than what I just got.
You,
Well,
if
Almost
you want to
anything.
re-roll
I
it,
am carrying something first.
you could re-roll the cast if you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, okay, I pass it. Great.
22. Nice.
Okay.
So what does
cool.
the actual spell do?
Okay. Let me do my rhyme and describe this.
Oh boy.
And then we're gonna figure this out. So I see all of these things, and I put my bloody knife in my bloody hand, and my sleeves start billowing, and I say, "Hornets, houseflies, and a gnat. Good luck getting out of this spat." And out of my sleeves, just hornets, horseflies, and a gnat come bursting out and towards the snakes. So I'm casting Swarm.
Oh.
Yeah.
A swarm of horseflies, you said?
Oh, I'm taking some liberties. It's a dense swarm of biting bats, rats, or locusts appears in a near-sized cube at a point you can see within range. All creatures start their turn within the swarm, take 2d6 damage, and are blinded.
So what do you want?
Well, I want to do hornets, horseflies, and gnat.
How's that? How's that token?
Well, it says it's a near-sized cube.
Yeah, no. I'm fine with that, but I'm just saying, how's that token for the representation?
Oh, I like that. It's fantastic.
That works, right?
Yes.
Printable
definitely.
Heroes. All right, so I'm going to put this into the hallway.
Yeah, and they're all blinded now. Oh, and
right.
the 2d6 damage, right?
Yes, go for it. And this is a Shadow Dark spell, so there's no like saving throws or things like that. The area of the hallway is just filled with a swarm of these horseflies, and roll the damage. We'll do one at a time. We'll go like as close to bear and then further away.
Okay, so so 6 for the first one. 7 for the second one.
Sweet.
7 for the third.
Cool.
And one more.
No, there's 3 more.
8 for the fourth one.
Sweet.
8 for the next one. I've lost count.
Okay, 1 more.
Okay. And 9.
Okay, great. You've done a ton of damage, and the room is filled with these horseflies. The snakes are like flailing about as the damage is affecting them. We go to next in the order. Oh, you can move as well, but it would be some of the NPCs. So we'll move the NPCs in a minute. We'll put... Yeah, he's going to go in. Straight in. Bandito puts his knife away and charges into the portal and zoop, disappears out of sight. Lisa says, "Retreat! Retreat!" And she starts to get back towards the room here. She'll dodge when she gets to the thing, so will Marianne. And Cornelius is going to cast Magic Missile at the swarm in front of him. He rolls a nat 1.
Oh.
He's going to use his luck token as well. He gets a 3, which is not going to be enough to cast a spell, and it like little wisps of little like a almost like a streamer at 4th of July just sparkle right out of his hand and fizzles into nothing. And he goes, yeah, sorry, at Kashar. He's like trying to impress you. He was ready to show you his arcane might, and he's going to then back up towards this passage right here. He doesn't really seem to understand what's going on, so he backs up. He trips and falls into this portal. And he goes away. All right, now we go to Bear. It's your turn.
Wow. I guess Bear just watched a whole bunch of chaos unfold and he's just like shaking his head. I guess Bear would probably like glance over his shoulder real quick because Kashar's right there. Does Kashar look like he has the intention to engage in combat?
Not at all.
No? Alright. Alright, Bear.
I'm waiting to see what happens with the portals, and like I probably have my sword drawn, but other than that, no. He doesn't seem interested in the snakes.
Okay, I guess actually then Bear will. So, Bob, you said like you would let us stand in the same space, or it's only when we pass by each other that we can occupy the same
You could pass
time.
by Kashar. Yeah, yeah.
Passing by. Okay. Well, Bear doesn't want Kashar to be like the first person the snakes encounter. So Bear's gonna stand his ground actually, and like brace himself and puff out his little gnome chest, and stand in front of Kashar, and raise his axe and say, "You're not getting through, Bear." I don't know why he's suddenly talking about himself in the third person. I guess that's what we're doing. And yeah, Bear is going to let out a bellowing gnome battle cry, the cry of his people. And so to Bear, it's like the sound is coming from deep within his chest, and he lets out a bellow. He hears it as roar, right? But then to everyone else in the room, right? Bear, thank you. I practiced my battle cries. But
That one came through the Zoom, yeah.
Yeah, no, I had to mess with the background noise suppression, so it's currently on low, but it's about to be back on high after this. So to everyone else in the room around Bear, he's a gnome, he's got little gnome vocal cords, so while he's going raw, everyone else hears a mosquito-esque type of noise. And Bear is going to swing at the snake that is closest to him, with his battle axe. All right, and back on high noise suppression. Okay, there we go. Battle axe. Whoop. All right, a 20 hits.
That connects. Yeah.
All right, sweet. And it's two-handed, so I do 12 damage.
You hack through the first swarm of snakes and it dies. You cut it to pieces. The last few snakes, you cut them right in half. A slew of them.
Nice. Okay. Then Bear is going to like wildly gesticulate at the other snakes with his axe and say, "There's more where that came from."
You do have another attack if you'd like to attack the other one. You can move in. Agatha, though, your spell, does it go away or does it stay in the room?
It's a focus spell.
Oh, so it does. So there are horseflies filling the area, and I guess they would hurt Bear if you try to go in them. But Bear, it's up to you.
They would definitely hurt Bear.
Yeah, no, those horseflies are like gigantic relative to Bear and his little gnome body. But
they're not giant though, horseflies. I just have the token enlarged to show the area.
Oh.
So they're normal horseflies. Yeah.
Still. Not the greatest walking into a wall of flies.
Yeah.
So, and also Bear wants to stay closer to Kashar, like in a guarding kind of position.
All right.
So
Level 20.
Hey, Bear's a guardian.
He's been adopted, okay? Look, it's like how cats adopt you. It's like the cat distribution system, but it's the bear distribution system.
Exactly.
So Bear's gonna stay put. I guess like if I've already attacked, I can't ready up a bonus action, right?
No, you can't ready a bonus, but
Okay. Yeah, then in that case, I'm just gonna pass on that. And I'll stay put, and just gonna wave my axe. Say, "There's more where that came from. You better stay away."
All right, and they are very scared of you as Kashar stands menacingly behind you. Kashar, it's your turn, and Zur, you're on deck.
Scared of you as someone else does something. Wait, really? I guess Derlin is up first. Have I noticed? So I know Bandito went through this one.
Yep, and he disappeared.
Cornelius went through this one.
No, the one to the left.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did I see any difference between the two portals or the transition of the person going through?
No, one is glowing white, one is glowing black, or is black, and zoop, they just went through and did not come back.
Okay. I'm going to... This might be stupid.
Do it.
I'm going to cast Locate Object on the diamond that I gave to to
Bandito.
Bandito.
Mhm.
If it's within 1,000 feet, it'll ping.
Yep, it'll be. So it's within 1,000 feet. Do you get to know how far distance-wise?
As long as spoken located specific.
Just the
So it's
direction.
the direction to the object's location, as long as the object is within 1,000 feet.
He is directly to the east of you.
Directly to the east of me. Okay.
He's
all right, well,
he's not like you don't perceive how close or far he is, but he is definitely pinging the direction of east.
East. Oh shit. All right. Bear, come on. And I'm gonna grab Bear by the scruff and toss them into the portal and go after them.
Bear,
Wow.
you disappear. I'm gonna take you off of the map for a second, so it's probably gonna go black for you. Okay.
Sure.
That is
And
also, if Bear wants to resist, you can resist. I have decent athletics. I don't
think he is.
nearly as good as you though.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Bear trusts Kashar with his life at this point, so knowing that it was Kashar who grabbed him, Bear would just kind of go willingly.
the two of you disappear into the white glowing portal. More to come on that later. Zer.
Oh, okay. I was like, my screen went totally black.
Zer's gonna move over to here, and he'll go to here. He'll cast protection from evil on himself.
Go for it. Roll the cast. What does that do in this? It's a disadvantage, I believe.
Disadvantage to
Yes,
let me do the roll
to
first,
attack
I'll
you,
tell you.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Success.
Good. Excellent. So you cast your spell, and again, Durlin's amazed. You don't expend much arcane magic doing it.
Very impressive.
It is chaotic beings have disadvantage on attack rolls and hostile spellcasting checks against the target.
Great. And I would say chaotic works in D&D, so if they're chaotic, evil, good, or neutral, we'll count it.
Okay.
Okay.
They also
Next-
cannot compel, possess, or beguile.
Oh, okay. Cool. So it gives you a little mental barrier, too. Nice.
Yes.
And then we go to top of the order, Durlin.
I'm gonna say, "Oh, I like your style, Agatha," and I'm gonna stand here and I'm just gonna use cantrip at this point, but I will cast infestation
Ooh.
on
Ooh.
the first
What type of infestation, CJ?
let's see. Mites and fleas.
Ooh.
I guess mites, little mites and fleas and other parasites appear.
All right. Well, I've got bees.
All right, yeah, bees, perfect. Bees. It's only it's a cantrip, so it happens instantaneously. Yeah, so con save, and this probably doesn't even really gonna work because it's poison damage against snakes. So, but it's
It'll work.
all right.
That's weird.
DC 18 con save,
in.
and they'll take 8 poison damage.
Only actually 2 save, 2 fail. But go ahead, roll your damage.
It's only against 1.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was a big area. Never mind.
No.
Well, then we'll take the first one, which is a success.
Yep.
All right. Not nearly as cool as Agatha's.
And then Constitution save or takes 1d6 poison damage and moves 5 feet in a random direction if it can move, and its speed is at least 5 feet.
But it saved.
Oh, it's saved.
Yeah.
Never mind.
The mighty Durlin, bested by Shadow Dark's Agatha.
Then yeah, nothing happens. This is the cantrip.
Wow. You heard that, everybody. Shadow Dark OP.
OP Shadow Dark.
I like the idea of you turning to me like, I like your style. And then you just nothing happens.
And then immediately doing nothing. Just absolute dud.
All
I
right.
mean, you
well,
saw the little bugs and stuff for like a moment there.
the swarms go next, but Agatha, do they take damage going through your area?
If they start their turn within the swarm, they take the damage. So I guess the damage I rolled earlier is the damage
Fair enough.
now.
Fair enough. So they'll.
I like to think that Agatha's swarm ate up Derlin's swarm.
They will retreat. They don't want to die. They're going to go back into this room and get away from the area of the swarm. All right. If you choose to pursue them, you can. Otherwise, they will be in the other room.
Now I wonder where our other friends went. They seem to have dove into this portal.
Yes, and the fool fell into the other one. So
He
let
did.
us follow the competent-ish people. I've not seen them in action too much, and
No,
the
you
little
said that,
one.
but you said that portals could change your gender or sex.
You
Not
can
sure
fix
which one
it.
it was.
It's fine. I fixed it for me.
Lisa says, we can't lose them. We have to go after them.
Yes.
Perhaps there's another room that we haven't tried.
What about your friend? The one who fell through that portal? And she points to the one to
about
the
him?
west.
What friend?
The young mage, says Marianne.
He's a
Yeah.
young little.
She says, he was
Freak.
rather cute, don't you think? Marianne says to Agatha.
You're very misguided.
She's like, what? We have similar interests. He's a wizard. I'm a mage.
By
My
that logic, you should be
dear.
attracted to Derlin.
But
Are you
Derlin's...
interested in-
Sorry, Michelle. I'm sorry. Twice. I'm sorry. I got you twice in a row.
Like,
What happened?
this is foolish of me. I should make better decisions.
Oh,
Okay.
drinking. She says, yeah, but Derlin's old. And she looks over and like, Derlin, what are you doing right now as you're like being talked about in the distance?
Oh, I'm like picking my teeth.
He's not old. He's distinguished.
I'm like, yeah, just doing something like belching. Like,
See, he's old. Lisa says, well, we're not going to do anything sitting around here. Shall we go through this white portal?
Yes, let's follow the others.
She'll go through. She'll charge through. Zer,
I think the
Derlin,
distinguishing
Agatha,
factor is not his age, but that he's gross. Like
both.
It's not that he's old, but he's gross.
Can it be both?
I mean, it can.
Sir,
All right.
I'm about to hop through a portal again. Will you join me? And I reach my hand out for his and just wait.
Zer's hand.
Of course, friend. And I'll give her. I'll bless her too as I.
Ah, oh, sir, I missed having you around. It's been so hard.
You blessed? You want to cast a spell?
Yeah, I
Uh,
bless her. It works.
Nice. You get inspiration. And the two of you hold hands as Marianne is the last to enter the portal. But she hesitates. She looks left. She looks right. Does she check out where the hot Cornelius went? Does she follow the group? Is love really at first sight? Who knows? We'll find out what Marianne chooses next week for the finale of the Tomb of Wayward Souls.
That's the pivotal decision.
It's yeah.
That's what decides the fate of the world.
Yep.
If
sounds
Marianne
actually-
is into the bookish nerd or not.
Yeah. Doesn't it sound like a little bit of like a soap opera? Like,
It
you know,
does.
she's like, will she follow love or will she go for her career?
I
Tune,
mean,
tune in next week.
Cornelius and Lisa are very obviously by the like genre the people to die. Like the inexperienced
I
and
keep trying.
like
I keep trying to have that happen, but it's not working.
Cornelius
yeah,
is a
the like
survivor.
inexperienced plucky apprentice and the overly ambitious scientist, like they're the ones that die.
Yep. Yeah. Well, we'll find out next week. By the way, Dasha told me she's putting up the character guide for Zur. So check out Chris's character questionnaire. That background document's down below in the description. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to support the channel more directly, Patreon links are down below. Until next time, though, we will see you on the tabletop. Have a good night, everybody.
Night, everyone.
See you.
Bye.